Hey guys, Gex back with more funness. Now you're probably wondering, now we are well on our way to becoming a, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I doing on Tarl Cabot? Well, there's a logical explanation for this. Well, I derped in the last live stream, when I, did this as Chris Valentine, and I did the entire live stream, with my mic muted, which I didn't know until... In fact, I should probably check and see if it's actually working before I even try to do this. Let's take a look-see and see. Yep, it's working. Alright, so we are going to be doing our level 40 Dragoon quest again, because we need to, you know how it is. Anyway, when we last left off, we had continued on our training to become a full-fledged Dragoon, and we're going to get just right down to it. Alright, let's do it. You grow ever stronger, and I speak of more than just the flesh. Aye, you are slowly but surely realizing your potential as an Azure Dragoon. It is heartening to look upon, though I must confess that my presiding feeling is one of relief. You must understand, the mere thought that the eye would choose an outsider, one who ill comprehends the threat posed by the dragons, filled me with the gravest of misgivings. Yet you have... but I shall say no more, lest flattery impede your improvement. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding the origins of Dragoons. You will recall how Haldrath heroically triumphed over the great worm Nidhogg, and Ishgard came into possession of the Eye. Tell me, Tarl, do you believe that these events truly transpired, or are you inclined to think them fairy tales? I ask you this, because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh besides we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. Alas, dragons are no less real than you and I, with Nidhogg perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time the great worm rouses, the blood of countless Ishgardians is spilled. Let us revisit the past once more, Tarl. The time is 20 summers past, and the place, Dravania. After a century in slumber, Nidhogg awakened once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground, their inhabitants reduced to smoldering ash. Sensing the great worm's unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rouse, and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard. Raging infernos painting the belly of the sky an angry red. The agonized screams of innocents fading into deathly silence. In my station as the Azure Dragoon, I was there through it all, bore witness to all the horrors. But there was no time to offer even a silent prayer. Nidhogg lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste, and when he took wing, so too did I pursue him, a man possessed. The game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity before I found myself face to face with the great worm. The battle unfolded in a tiny settlement on the edge of Kurthus, raging on for 3 days and 3 nights, with neither to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized, and now, else it shouldn't end well. Marshalling the last ounce of strength, I wagered all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burying deep in the ruin of my opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the worm lashed out wildly in its agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon the scorched earth, nigh insentient. In that instant, I thought myself surely doomed. But Halone was not finished with me. Having lost the taste for battle, Nidhogg let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the dragon, and I was the Azure Dragoon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the innocent lives that had been lost, the people I had failed to protect. That last conflict with the dragons of Dravania left countless orphans in its wake. Estinian is one of them, the sole survivor of Ferndale, the final village to suffer Nidhogg's wrath. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Estinian as mine own son, instructing him in the way of the Dragoon when he was of an age to learn. Yet I would not have you think me noble. My actions were born not of compassion, but of guilt. My guilt at having failed him. But alas, I have also failed him as a father. For what manner of man did I bring him up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen. Aye, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for his crime. Though we know little and less of the minds of dragons, it is conceivable that the disturbance surrounding his stolen eye will rouse Nidhogg to waken once more. That his kin have already stirred from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not on our side. Fortunately, it would seem you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witchdrop, where the knight Hilstien waits your arrival. My nation is depending on you, Tarl. Alright, let's ride. While we're doing that, I'm gonna take this call that I missed. Give me a sec. No, I did not. Yeah, I'll have a couple when I'm done with what I'm doing. When I'm done with this live stream, I'll be down. Of course. Bye. Family issues. You gotta love them. Anyways. Another crevice to climb down through. It's a good thing I know how to dodge these Vodrigas. Though I may not be able to dodge. Oh. You know what? Fuck it. Let's... I hate how Life Surge only does it for one strike. There she is. I just want to get that one out of the way, just so. Alright. Alright, let's do this. You are the one who would aspire to be the Azure Dragoon? Why, you are not even of Ishgard! If you possess the power that Sir Alberic, then prove it to me with your lance. On guard! I think I proved myself fairly well. The dragon within stirs, resonating with the soul of the Dragoon. Alright. That strength. I have not seen its like since Justinian himself stood before me. Mayhaps Sir Alberic has the right of it after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. Is there a way to get out of here from here? Gods, I sure as hell hope so. Yep. We should have taken this path before. I don't know why I didn't think about it before. Post-traumatic stress, obviously. I'm going. Whoa! Nope! Nope! Ooh! Ooh! Oh, close one. Anyway, Falconer's shirt finally sold. That'll be a nice tidy sum of gil to make up for all the armor I had to buy just to do this. We're back. You have passed yet another trial with flying colors, Carl. The day when you may stand before Justinian as an equal is not far off. And when that day comes, the Eye will choose you over the traitor. I have no doubt of this. But we must be patient still, for now you must continue your training. When you can do no more on your own, seek me out once more. And with that, we've completed the level 40 quest. Again. And with it, we've gained the skill Doom Spike. Again. And that completes it. And that completes another episode of Krizik's Purgatory. Again. So, like last time, I'm going to say the usual crap. When next we meet, we'll be back with Chris for the level 45 quest, Double Dragoon. subtlety much. Anyways, that's it for another episode of Cruising X Purgatory. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to hit follow below and be sure to turn on notifications so you're informed of all of my live streams the moment they air on Twitch. If you're watching this on youtube.com/cruisingxttv, click here to watch more from me. Click here to watch the previous episode and click here to watch the next one. Until then, Cruising X, signing out.